Thank you very much, Mr. President. This is a difficult time for people in this town. We're all in mourning. We've had a recent shock. I speak, of course, of the decision with 6 minutes and 5 seconds to go of having an onside kick on Thanksgiving Day, so Dallas beat the Redskins. And if you didn't get that one, I have to tell you, by the way, the Chicago Cubs did win the World Series, just in case you missed that. The late Arthur Ross was a very wise man. He understood that if indeed there was to be a viable foreign policy and a viable diplomatic service in leading under the president's direction that foreign policy, there had to be an informed electorate. There had to be the men and women of the Fourth Estate, both writing about it here and from their various perches abroad, to enable us to have some kind of sense and context within which to put what the U.S. government in its various branches, particularly the administration and the Congress, we're trying to act. He did that at a time before it became quite as apparent as it is today. During the Cold War, it was far less necessary. It started to become more necessary when we lost that particular mooring of the certainty of predicting what was going to happen structurally in the Cold War, beginning with the collapse of the Soviet Union and European communism, and even more so after 9/11, when we discovered that the United States was not only forever going to be deeply engaged in the outside world, but that once again we could not just be protected by the two broad oceans. And he established an award to try to recognize outstanding people in the field of journalism, defined very broadly, not just the scribbling press, and not just the old television or radio media, but going into broader areas as well. Anything that could help to inform the American people, and if I may say so, particularly one of my hobby horses after the collapse of the United States Information Agency, helping to supplement what we learn here in this town about various countries and regions from our diplomats and also for the intelligence community. Now, no place in the world today and tomorrow is going to be more challenging in terms of our understanding both of what's happening, what has happened, what can happen, what will happen, and the imponderables and what they mean for us and what we need to do about it, than the area we call the Greater Middle East. It's going to get more difficult rather than less difficult, and would have, no matter who won the election on November 8th. I'm pleased to say that we have two extraordinary awardees, one in the day-to-day journalism and one in commentary. We could have swapped them because the capacity of both of these individuals not only to inform on a daily basis, but to give us the kinds of comments, kind of analysis we need, they are both superb. If I could first, by starting asking Jason to come up and be with us. Let me join in the applause for a man of great distinction, and would have been great distinction if it hadn't been for the trials and tribulations that he and his wife went through, which have underscored for us exactly what journalists as well as diplomats, in addition to the military people, go through in the outside world. And let me, rather than try to expatiate on that, just read to Jason and the rest of you the citation. Some journalists' work is routine, but some entails risk, even great risk. Jason Rezaian chose the latter, and we are richer for it. At a time when we learn so little that was reliable from the Islamic Republic of Iran, he brought us the big picture and also filled in the blanks. He helped us understand what so many Americans thought could not be understood. Freelancing, notably for the San Francisco Chronicle, then Tehran bureau chief of the Washington Post, he made sense of Iranian politics and power, its fraught presidential elections. And he portrayed the day-to-day lives, the hopes and hardships of the Iranian people. Predictably, his truth became too much for the powerful. But throughout Jason's ordeal and that of his wife, Yagana Salahi, their courage did not fail, their commitment to what is right. They are both heroes, inspirations to us all. Jason, thank you very much. And here we are. This is the plaque, and this is this will get you through Starbucks at least for this afternoon.
Thank you very much, Ambassador. Thank you all for being here. This is a really incredible honor, and one that a year ago at this time I couldn't have even fathomed, imagined, as I sat in my cell in Evin. But I'm here now, and I know that there are a lot of people in this room that played a big part in that, and I want to acknowledge the State Department's role in bringing me home. Some of you I've met, some of you I haven't, but I hope that in the next few minutes, in the coming days, weeks, and months, we have opportunity to interact more. I went to Iran originally with the really singular purpose of trying to help better understand that country and provide a more complete and robust picture of the complexities of the people, the society, and the politics of that country. And I'm going to accept this award as confirmation that I was able to do that to a certain degree. And it means a lot to me. I want to point out and acknowledge two people that are here today. First is Bill McCarran, the executive director of the National Press Club. He was a staunch advocate of mine while I was struggling through my imprisonment, and I didn't know that at the time. Didn't know that until after I was released. And he's been an incredible advocate of mine and my wife's ever since. And I think the work that the National Press Club does on behalf of journalists at a time when we face incredible risks here in our own country and abroad is really important and deserves everybody's respect and appreciation. And also your colleague and friend, Ambassador John Limbert, who is somebody that has been a role model of mine from afar for many years in his ability to really look at events in Iran, even in the face of the great hardships that he endured there. I look to him now as a model even more, sharing some of those similar type experiences. We have a lot more in common than I think either of us would like to to think about. But it means a lot to me that he and Parvin are here today, and I just appreciate this incredibly, and look forward to getting back to work and hopefully sharing more about the little that I know about what is a very important country. So, thank you very much.